Welcome to E-Curve. My name is Laura Mbatha, and as usual, we bring you all the top stories when it comes to entertainment news and give you our unbiased and unrequested opinions on certain matters that happened during the week. And of course, when it comes to events, we have the main man himself,
Steve Zwendo. They call me the
No
king
doubt.
of pops. You know what? You guys are looking hot and everything good.
Thank you.
And we have our new face that's not necessarily new. We've seen her on several other KTN Home shows, but new on this set, Claudia Naisabwa.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. I can't wait to have interesting conversations. I can't wait. I just can't wait. It's been a while since I did a show with you. The first time I'm doing a show with Steven, so
Sure.
this should be good.
Oh,
should be
sister.
beautiful.
Let's start with E-Buzz coming up next. They say nothing's as fantastic as a sisterhood. We've had Real Housewives of Nairobi go on air, and there's a lot of shade, trees dropping left, right, and center, and now we have Oh Sister. Have you guys seen the trailer for Oh Sister?
Partially. I've seen some of it.
So let me take you through it.
Right.
Oh Sister is the gospel version of Real Housewives of Nairobi. So it has a cast of so many female gospel artists, starting with Size 8, followed by Betty Bayo, Nika the Queen, and Priscilla, who we actually went to high school with. And guys, let me first get your opinions. What do you think of a Christian Real Housewives of Nairobi?
First, I'm just thinking the housewives of Nairobi and the comparison you're giving it to a gospel show. I mean, drama, everything bad, good, happening together, and now you
Yeah.
bring the Bible in the middle of it, and these these three girls together. I don't know. I don't feel it.
It's not giving. They're
It's
already
not?
causing too much drama on social media because we know that they're very chaotic. Majority of them are very chaotic on social media. They just have a lot going on, a lot of cloud chasing and all that. I've seen Miliwa Jesus is part of the cast.
Oh, yes.
I saw today kwa comment section, guys were saying, I hope she does not have to return the recent acquired Land Rover back to.
Let me tell you what the conversation has been on Twitter. This is the Wish version of Real Housewives of Nairobi. I tend to argue in their favor because when you look at the entertainment industry, gospel artists are the people who are making actual money.
Gospel
They
artists.
used to.
Yeah.
They
They
used to.
make
Not
a lot
now.
of
Not
money.
now, though.
You still can't compare them to secular artists. And when it comes to female gospel artists, the only person who may cause ni Rose Mahando for your cast. I know she was going through a dark time, but that lady has bounced back. Did you see that giant in that video?
Mahando is a
Let's tell you,
drama.
she has her stuff on lock. But I'm really looking forward to Oh Sister. I might not watch it as intensely as I do because I don't feel like they go together. But the kind of drama they've touched on a bit is very interesting to watch. The dress code for me as gospel artists is questionable. So
No, wait. You talk about Nika the Queen.
yes.
I mean, Nika has always been dramatic.
Yeah.
And so when you talk about gospel artists, I think we just should remove the notion that they are gospel artists and see them as people, just a woman person. Size 8, yes. Size 8 reborn, something different. But I just think, just looking at them as people and as a name, and looking at Nika the Queen and all that, I think there can be some good drama out of that.
I personally don't dispute it, but you are supposed to be spreading the gospel, spreading the word. You can't be, it's
word of
preaching what and drinking what.
Me, listen,
Whatever. that
I'm not
word.
here to police people with the Bible. I'm here to watch drama. These people have never at any given point shown us that, listen, Miliwa Jesus and Nani Danko, you know their business. If we're really expecting a moral lesson from these people, then you're watching the wrong show.
Okay.
But is the comparison right that we talk
So
about?
let's not say there's some gospel in it.
No, I'll say it in the way Twitter people said it. These are not my words. These are the people on Twitter. I don't know who exactly, but I will find the credits and give them. They said, low budget Real Housewives of Nairobi as we move.
Low budget. And we're talking about low budget, and we're also talking about longevity. The likes of Saudi Soul.
Yes.
And now this story running this week about Saudi Soul and their explanation on how they have made it this years. And it was called Marriage Like. I mean, these are boy band that has stayed on for, say, 15 years and beyond. And they just said, as you know what, we have a secret behind why we be together like this. I don't know. When they call it marriage like, if you buy that tag, marriage like, talking about we've been together because we're almost married into each other.
Yes. I mean, I tend to agree because I have interviewed Samara and I asked him, like, last year, if you guys noticed, they were doing solo projects. And I asked him about this and he said that even in a group, you should allow people to exist as themselves, as it should be in a marriage. When they tell you your happiness is not dependent on the other person. So even when they say it's a marriage, I completely agree. And even in their interviews, they kind of emphasize this point. They put in the work. They allow everyone to exist as themselves, and that way it makes it a stronger unit. Because no one feels like they're, like there's never a time you'll talk about Sauti Sol and be like, Bien is the head because he's taller, or Chimano is the biggest because his voice is deeper, Safara has the biggest muscles,
but people still
Fancy
credit
Fingers
them
plays an
differently.
instrument. But when you talk about Sauti Sol, you never say like, Fancy Fingers doesn't have a long verse, so the song is about Bien. There's always some kind of balance. So
there's always a vibe about something, but go to the extent of saying they have gone through therapy moments. Claudia, really, those are men talking about therapy moments, sessions together.
Yeah.
I feel like they really did some. Okay, I feel like before they formed a band, they knew each other deeper, so they know how to sort out their issues. They thought therapy was the best way.
Yeah.
For some other groups is, stepping back a bit and taking some time off.
Right. Yeah.
But for them, they thought therapy was best. And thank you for that, because you have been giving us timeless hits. We are still listening till date. They haven't released an album, and we're enjoying every bit of it.
Yeah.
But still thinking about it, these guys have been doing solo projects like you just mentioned. And some of them, one of them is just like looking like I'm so ahead of the others. When you just look at the numbers, honestly.
Listen,
when you look at the
however
numbers
much
and all
work
that,
you want to put and feel like superstar status, you can feel. But one person you're not going to beat is Rihanna. And one of our very own has met Rihanna and
The
so
second
casually.
time.
Right. For the second time?
She's the second one, not the first, but
Oh,
the
she's
second
not?
one.
I mean, Lupita's probably met her, so does that
Lupita,
count? I'm sure
Majimbo.
there's several other Kenyans
Yeah.
who met her, and they're buddies. And coincidentally, she's friends with our director, or at least they went to the same school. Hey, Joy, I see you. So, guys, technically, because Joy used to go to school with this chick, then I know Joy, so I also
Joy
met
knows people,
Rihanna.
our director knows
Yeah,
people.
so I've met Rihanna, you guys, and it was magical.
Lord.
We even have the same sunglasses. I was actually wearing those glasses for one of my shows. But, I mean, the question was like, how would you react if you met Rihanna? You've met several celebs, even international level, right? So how's that kind of feeling?
And they bed me too.
Ooh.
You know what?
Right there.
I just like the comment that people were making when she posted that video on I met her and she was cool and all that. And now people were just saying, well, that's so cool. And they started to imagine how they would feel around Rihanna themselves.
Yes.
And many of them were like, oh, butterflies and everything. I don't know how I'd behave.
I don't know. I'd be pregnant. I don't know how. But I'd be carrying her baby if I met Rihanna. There's no way I'm meeting Rihanna and I'm
Claudia,
letting it
there's a
slide.
baby
I have to
talk
carry
there.
that forever.
There's a what?
Baby talk now.
Baby talk. Okay, let me just say this. First of all, Rihanna is the GOAT. If I met her, guys, I'd have even done a TikTok. I should have done something with her, but probably, you see, it's a celeb, so the only thing they can give you is just a few seconds of their time. So, yeah, I feel like that girl really, that's a big win. I think on top of achievements of everything that she's ever achieved in her life, that should be number one.
Yeah.
Mimi ingesurpass vitu zingine zote to be there.
And the best part is, because Rihanna is the queen of humility. She just said, like, look
The queen
who
of
I met.
humility, really.
Look who I met. Listen, she's superstar status, but you see her, like, even with
Yeah.
pictures when she's going about her business, she never seems bothered. Like, she's a regular girl from the islands.
Right.
Barbados.
Do you feel like this is what celebrities should emulate? That I'll go to a supermarket, as they call it.
This message is directed at Otile Brown. If I meet you, you better take pictures with me, boy. I'm a big fan. Better be humble, because me, I love you. But that's my message to other celebs. I think they should.
When the piece was happening at LA and the photos and videos were happening, in Kenya, Monday Mandamano was happening. You know what? The day you just want to lock yourself in the house and just watch, listen, and follow everything happening, and Mandamano, like, sort of stopped lives.
It was a free holiday.
Right.
It was a free holiday.
I mean, as a Kenyan citizen, there's not much I have to say. We always, root for peace. We root for equality. We root for decent standards of living. And for me, that's the biggest thing. I saw a comment on Twitter that I also commented on, and I mentioned that I have a lot of political ignorance, so there's not much I can say on the issue. But if genuinely it's people, like they said, protests are not illegal in Kenya. And as long as it's not illegal, I'm in full support. I don't know what the matter is with this whole issue because it doesn't seem to be resolved. But fighting for Kenyans is never anything wrong in my books. As for Maandamano Mondays, I'll be outside.
And that's
outside of the Maandamano because I can't. Me nikianza kimbizwa na tear gas, you think I'll survive? This whole face beat, courtesy of Collins.
And the thing is how it affects, you know, young people in campus, colleges and everywhere, you know, us guys working here. And we are protesting about issues that probably some of them we don't understand, some we do understand. I don't know how you all feel about that, Claudia.
Personally, as Laura said, there's no problem with protesting. Just make it peaceful.
Yeah.
It's so sad that there's a student who passed on and a few others who passed on, and unfortunately that happened. But if, you know, everyone knows the reason why they're doing something, let's hope they reach their end goal. Let's hope they come to terms with the government and come to an understanding.
Yeah. We're taking a short break, people, but stick around. We'll be right back. This is E-Curve on KTN Home. Let's get chatting on the socials.